Hi, and welcome to our very first Atos Use Case Forum production in English. We've already done 2 Atos Use Case Forums, but in the German language, and some people approach us and are like, well, could you do this in English, please? We have so many questions. We try to do it with the subtitles, but yes, we are very happy that we can do the Use Case Forum in English now. So welcome to this premiere. It's great that you are with us. In the Use Case Forum production, we're really talking about real use cases, something that has already been implemented by one of our customers together with the partners, or that is in implementation right now. And it's very important that you let us know what you want to see, what you're interested in, and the one or the other thing that we could show you in one of the Use Case Forums in production in the near future. If you have a question, as we're talking today about retrofitting of production machines and assets, please just put your questions right into the chat and we'll try to cover them. If you don't have any question right away, or if you're looking this as a replay, also feel free to reach out and let us know what you're interested in. If you have a dedicated question to the current topic of today, or if you want to see anything special. So it's an absolute pleasure to have one of our, let's say, the inventor of the Use Case Forum production with me today. And I'm happy to switch over. Hi, Bernhard, welcome. I have you back today in English. Great to have you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to our first Use Case Forum in English. And for those who have not yet seen a Use Case Forum or have not experienced one, so far in the Use Case Forum, we are not only talking about things, we are showing the projects, the ideas, the technologies with you. And also, as Friso mentioned before, this is our projects and solutions which are in live operation at customers and are producing everyday benefits for the customer. And this is also why we have today selected the retrofitting, because we have seen in numerous customer calls and meetings that this is a big topic out in the market, that everybody has some old machines which are very productive but not yet connected. So you cannot yet do topics like predictive maintenance or analytics or just plain and simple energy management to optimize the amount of energy you consume during your production process. So when are you in the right meeting today? You are in the right meeting when you have one of those challenges you're just seeing on the screen. So when you need to collect data, as said before, from legacy machines, or if you want to add sensors to production lines in order to document for your customer or for your quality or operations, but the parameters of the production to optimize the processes even further. To close automation gaps, we will have also some projects today which we will mention where we saved for customers big time in replacing a working but not very productive process with something more automated, with the help of the sensors and the CloudRAIL solution we are showing you today. And last but not least, as also said before, the collection of energy data is becoming more and more important these days. More and more customers ask us, do you have something to collect data in order to start energy management throughout my production, be it a legacy machine or a very new one? So if you have one of those or even more of those challenges, stay tuned. You're in the right place here, and we will show you how easy, straightforward, and seamless data collection and sensor integration can be nowadays. And having said that, what will be the content of today? So today we'll show you how easy you can send data from sensors from any industrial standard sensor to the cloud. How easy you can do that, also sending the data on premise or both. And we will also show you a very easy integration of local alarming so that we can also react locally on the data which is collected from a machine. Speaking of a machine, or speaking of us, we are today Atos as a system integration with our system integrator with our partner CloudRAIL and with the friendly support of AWS, who are providing the cloud solution for today for this demo, and also with our partner IFM, who is doing sensor consulting and sensor provision also for projects. So as Atos and CloudRAIL, together with our partners, we can deliver you a turnkey solution. So you challenge us, we design the sensors, we set up the system, we integrate it with your legacy systems, be it a quality management system, be it a maintenance system, or whatever. Turnkey from the idea to the implementation and operation. The real stars of today's meeting are the components we are using. So today we have here a turning machine. I will just show you the machine we are using. This is a machine which has no connectivity at all. This was bought on Amazon.com and is used for model constructors to build small models of houses, for example, or cars or whatever. So no connection at all. And we have equipped this machine with several sensors, 3, a vibration, a revolution sensor, and a distance sensor. And we'll use that sensors, which are IO-link sensors. You see them here above, here on the side. And these sensors are simply connect to an IO-link master. The ones of you who have ever been in a production, you have certainly seen such IO-link master in the production at production lines or machines. This is where all the cables come together and the data is collected. And this IO-link master is then in turn linked to the CloudRAIL box, which provides the data management and provides the connectivity to a local data broker or any cloud you like. And when I come back to the machine, having a look into the box itself, what we see here is, just let me move out of the way. What we see here is the CloudRAIL box and an IO-link master of a different form factor. This one is to be mounted on a rail, but technology-wise, it's the same thing. And this is actually everything you need. You just need the CloudRAIL box, the IO-link master, cabling to your sensors, and the CloudRAIL IoT software and device management platform. And with that, you can very easily plug and play, add additional sensors to your machines, to your devices, connect them, and start using the data to your advantage. Coming to the first part of our session today, we will now show you how straightforward, simple, and quick data integration into the cloud can be from any standard IO-link sensor, of which there are around about 12,000 different sensor types out in the market of more than 200 vendors. So it is very, very likely that the appropriate sensor for your need is already out there and just needs to be procured and connected. And for that, for the connection part, I'd like to invite on the stage our partner, Philipp Weber, who will show you today how everything comes together and is done. Philipp, where are you now?
Hi, Bernhard. I'm Philipp Weber. Thanks for having me today. And I'm located today in our main office in Mannheim, Germany, so about 700 kilometers away from Vienna. And happy to connect your machine today to the cloud completely remotely. So you don't need any IoT developer with a camping chair next to the machine. You can do it completely remotely from wherever you are. And our main task from CloudRAIL is to connect machines to cloud services, on-premise services, and solve this whole connectivity challenge. Because what Bernhard already mentioned, if you want to do digitization, if you want to do IoT projects, you need the data somewhere. If you want to do machine learning, predictive maintenance, or other use cases, you first of all need to know, is the machine on or off? What is the machine performance? And how are the process parameters? And today, I want to show you how our solution integrates into AWS and into an on-premise server and really guide you through the UI. So what we're doing now is a real live onboarding of the machine that's next to Bernhard into the AWS IoT Sitewise service.
And maybe we shall mention, Philipp, you will do it slowly for the first turn and then show a second sensor as quickly as possible.
Sure. I will do one guided walkthrough through the UI and then one very fast. And happy to also answer questions about the UI later on in a separate meeting or in this use case forum. So Friso, could you please jump on my screen sharing? Thanks. As our solution is completely software as a service and cloud-based, there's the chance here to create a free account or log into an existing one. And once you do that, you immediately get an overview of all the connected gateways. So all the gateways, like the one that is next to Bernhard, are showed here with their online-offline status. You can see the current firmware version and use this as a complete fleet management of all your global gateways. And as we're doing today, a real life walkthrough, I haven't connected Bernhard's box yet. So what you do is you ask your local electrician or whomever installed the equipment to send you the serial number of the gateway, which Bernhard sent me beforehand.
Which is printed actually on the housing of the gateway.
Mm-hmm.
So also very easy to find.
There is also a QR code if you don't want to type the 30-digit serial number and do some typos. So I highly recommend using the QR code for easier onboarding. And then you just click on connect your box. You put in the serial number here, give the box a name, give it a description, and then you click on connect new box. And now our device management connects to the gateway. You have it ready here in the fleet management. You can also click on details, see that yesterday on preparation of this use case forum today, we updated the gateway to the newest firmware version. You can enable Azure IoT Edge or AWS Greengrass, these services to run local pre-processing and logic on the gateway here. And you can also click on new connection. And once you do this, you're getting directed to the heart of our solution, which is the connector of industrial machines. And here on the first page, you first of all get the choice between a retrofitting solution with directly connected sensors or the chance to connect a new machine through OPC UA. You could either do both with one gateway, so you could like retrofit 2 or 3 older machines and add a new machine with one gateway in parallel. Today, we're going to show you how to retrofit. That's where we go for directly connected sensors. And even here, we get several choices. So first of all, you can see on the lower part of the screen, that's the IO-Link master that's next to Bernhard in the BTIC in Vienna. And we immediately see here, there's a photoelectric sensor and an analog sensor connected. But you also have the chance to connect the VSE, which is an advanced vibration analytics card by our sensor partner IFM. Or you can connect Modbus RTU, which gives you the chance to connect electricity meters, smart meters, using the same system that you use for retrofitting of machines. So you only need one gateway on your machine and not several different solutions.
So this is also a one-stop shop for collecting data, for example, in an oven that you have the temperature data, that you have a vibration data, and also collect in the same gateway the energy data. So it's really brought everything together and managed in this one UI. So it's very custom-oriented and also very straightforward again, because we just see here now 2 sensors. So let's, for the demo, just connect also the vibration sensor, which is, can you click it? Yeah, it's fine. Which is here on my machine. I'm just now connecting it, and it shall appear on port number 2. Once it's fully connected, maybe you hear this click sound.
Popped up, Bernhard.
This is a very ruggedized connector, which shall also withstand vibration and last for many, many years to come. So now we already see the sensor, and Philip, take us from there, please.
So as you can see now, port 2, the vibration sensor by IFM, the VVP001 is auto-detected. And this works for over 12,000 sensors. Every sensor in the market that uses the IO-Link protocol works plug and play with CloudRAIL.
Also, when we do mixing of sensors, so we can also have sensors from different vendors, even separate IO-Links from different vendors can be, with some limitations, connected to one CloudRAIL box. So again, we adapt to what you need and to what your solution needs.
And maybe there is already some IO-Link sensors present on the machine that were installed by the machine builder, but you want to leverage the data in your cloud account in AWS or Azure. So we help you to bring that data there. And to show you how it works, I just select the vibration sensor now. In the next step, assign a frequency, how often the data is sent to the cloud account of your choice. This varies by project. The lowest we can do is 50 milliseconds, but usually it's like between 500 milliseconds and a second. And in the next step, select your cloud service of choice. And here we really have all the AWS IoT connectors like IoT Core, IoT Greengrass, IoT Sidewise ready. We have Azure IoT Hub, IoT Central, IoT Edge. And you can even send data to several different cloud providers at the same time using the same Unix timestamp. So if you have a multi-cloud strategy, if you have a hybrid cloud strategy using on-premise and cloud, that's possible and works through CloudRAIL.
What you see on the bottom is the local data brokers, and this can also be added in parallel to the multi-cloud strategy. And so again, full flexibility. But Philip, let's show some sensor values.
So for today, we selected AWS IoT Sidewise as it has predefined dashboards and it's a very good service to show first data coming in and then bring the data into the AWS ecosystem and build services around it, which is the main task of Atos in this part. So we go for AWS IoT Sidewise. We select the credentials we want to add the sensor to, assign a device name, and hit create. And now the sensor model is loaded from our database. It's normalized to a very, very clear JSON format, which every IT developer can use without searching the data sheet of the sensor. So it's real, usable data in a clear format. And then the end-to-end encryption from the gateway into your AWS account is established. This is very important to mention. There is no sensor values. There are no process data in the CloudRAIL platform. It's all sent directly encrypted from the gateway into your cloud account of choice. So what you can see here is a very clear JSON format. You have this value, for example, fatigue. It's the velocity on the x-axis, double type value, unit is meter per second, min max is defined. So we have a very, very clear data sheet. You don't have to care if you use this solution, how the sensor measures. You just use the data, how it's sent to the cloud account.
And there are numerous freewares also out there which can interpret that data. So really very easy and straightforward. Yeah.
And if we jump now to AWS, what's also very special, we deeply integrated the cloud connectors. So we're not only sending the data to an endpoint, but if we click here on the test machine,
actually, Philip, that was it already, right? The sensor is already sending data to AWS now.
It's already here. And what I was just saying is we're not just sending the data to some endpoint, but we're really registering the device. So it is registered with a device shadow here. It sends first data. And to show you how fast the data is sent to this account, Bernhard, could you please turn on the machine and we see the impact directly.
Switching it on now.
And you can see immediate jump in the data sheets, and this could be used now for a downtime analysis. So we could use historical data to check how often the machine that Bernhard uses is on or off, and then predict how often per shift if there were breakdowns or downtime securing. There would be a very simple use case we could implement now with this turning machine.
What you will also see here is that this sensor alone, this vibration sensor, sends about 12 different values. Also health information about the gear and so on. So this is already pre-processed and integrated data, which is added here to make your analytics project even easier. So, Philip, regarding the speed of the whole thing, can you please add a second sensor as quickly as you can?
Sure.
So we'll now add this sensor for the distance.
Sure.
So now at lightning speed.
The IT user walkthrough. So as I've said, you select the gateway, select directly connect sensors. Then the loading page holds you from continuing very quickly. So as this is live use case forum, this could happen. We select the photoelectric sensor, we select the interval, select the cloud provider, credentials, give it a name, and hit create. And now again, sensor model is loaded, normalized to very good JSON structure. and then the whole device is added to the AWS account of the customer. And once the provisioning service is finished, the sensor is online and measures distance in millimeter or inch. Jumping into AWS, refresh the page once, and you can see sensor pops up here. And how long did we need, Bernhard? 20 seconds, 30 seconds?
Yeah.
We claimed it a lot of times, and that's why I love to do these live demos. We have a machine online in less than 1 hour.
Yeah. Can you show the value, please?
Yes.
So what you see here is the distance in millimeters. It's around about 91 millimeters. And when I put the card in here and reduce the distance, it's also shown again here. So this sensor is also producing live data and has taken us around about half a minute to add the data to the cloud. And what we're now showing you is, coming back to my screen, please. So what you've seen now is how quickly and straightforward a standard industrial sensor can be connected within not even minutes, but half a minute if you're experienced in that topic, and how remote device management can be done. You have all the access to your gateways in the fleet management solution all the time. Can do flash updates, can do main platform version updates, and add sensors at your convenience. The second step, which we'd like to show you now, is how is the same process done on premise. Not all of us want to have the data in some cloud. Some of the data is so important and private that we want to have this data on our own premises, not leaving our factory location. And also a second reason to use a local sensor provisioning is that we simply want to be quicker. For example, if we see that something in the health of the machine is not okay, we want to switch it off. For example, if the vibration peaks all of a sudden to a level which has never before seen. So again, let's do the same. I keep the vibration sensor now plugged in, and let's Philip show us again how is this done with MQTT, and you will see that it's the same process again, only the credentials differ.
Sure. So for the first steps, I also do a quick walkthrough, as these steps are similar to what we shown before. Select directly connect sensors, then again the vibration sensor. And this is also to show you this vibration sensor mentioned here is already connected to AWS, but we can connect the same sensor using the same Unix timestamp to a local solution or to another cloud provider of your choice. Go for an interval here, and here on the last page, click on the MQTT broker to connect to the local broker in the BTEC in Vienna, and select the authentication method. So I have an IP address that Bernhard provided.
Client this is the IP address of our local gateway. So the data which is now sent never leaves our premises.
And then we have a password and a username.
The credentials of our MQTT broker, and the device name is now something which you can select, which makes sense to you. And then we need something which is called a topic. This is something which is due to MQTT because the data there is structured. So Philip adds the topic which we agreed before, so that my MQTT broker also recognizes the data properly. And once you have updated it, the data is already flowing into our MQTT broker. And what we are about to show you now is on my local machine here, a MQTT broker browser, where we can see when I switch it on, I would expect that the data should be here. Philip, can you please check again?
Mm-hmm.
Because I would expect this to pop up here. Maybe I disconnect and connect again from my side. So you see this is a live demo. Yeah, please bring me on again. I just disconnected and connected to the MQTT broker again. turning on, turning off. You see there are the data is already flowing in. There you see the vibration and all the values. This is the famous JSON string, a JSON object. When I click here, I see also again what Philip already showed you, the interpreted JSON values. And I can even very quickly also show here a visualization of that data, sending the database to 30 seconds. And once I click here, you see almost immediately the data shows. Yeah.
And this shows really good that even for an on-premise implementation, the whole onboarding and provisioning process can be done remotely. So again, if you're a manufacturer with headquarters in Austria, Germany, or somewhere else, and you have multiple sites globally, you can count on one centralized IT team that does the whole onboarding process without flying them around all over the globe.
Mm-hmm. And even then, you don't need a special knowledge to onboard sensors. So looking at the time, let's go back, please, to the, please, my monitor is off. I don't see anything. Maybe you can turn it on again. Thank you. Let's go back to my screen again. Just bear with us, please. I'm currently seeing nothing. Yeah, now here we are on again. So data provisioning on MQTT or on a webhook, extremely easy as well, same workflow as before. And what we'd like to show you as last step is how can we react to those data here. And therefore, what we have brought with us today is a very easy, and again, easy and easy to procure bulb, which is an intelligent smart bulb, which you can get in any furniture store or Home Depot and things like that. And what we see here is, once I switch it on, it lights, goes off again. And again, this is very easy to be achieved, because what we have achieved is just with a small Node-RED flow. Can you please bring it on the screen? The Node-RED flow, please.
Yeah.
Thank you. So we have just added this flow of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes where we just collect the data from the MQTT broker, have a threshold here, which we calculate here, and then either tell the bulb to light or to not to light, and then the data is sent through a mesh network. And you see this is actually from a furniture store, this bulb. You see that from the name. So again, this is something which my 10-year-old nephew who is experimenting with Raspberry Pi can already program. This is no rocket science. Everybody can do that. You can, you will find people on the market who come with that knowledge already. And this is what we want to achieve with that. And please bring us on again. Yeah, thank you. So what you have seen now so far is how easy it is to bring data to the cloud and to visualize it. How easy it is to bring data on premise and to visualize it. How easy the device management is, web-based, working on any device, any browser, from everywhere in the world. The only thing you need is for the device management to work is internet connection. Then you can even close the internet connection when you just have data on premise, and the data will flow to the local MQTT broker or webhook. And this works with any standard industrial sensor, and everything is done within minutes, not within hours or weeks. As Philip said, a fully fledged machine retrofitting connectivity is done within a day. And for the sensor selection, integration to your system, setting everything up, and operating it, we are managing from Atos side our partner network to get everything done for you and to help you to improve your processes and connect your machines. Coming to the last slide of today, what have we done so far? We have numerous customers who are using CloudRAIL already. One of those has actually done the exact same implementation we did here, with some sensors on a retrofitted machine and also some alarming with a light going on and off when something happens. So this is something which people do. And Philip, you have also a very interesting project done for Carmax, for example, where you saved big time. Philip, you are not on the stage. Now you are. Please repeat.
Excuse me. Yeah, what I really like about the project at Carmax is that it was real process optimization, and it was the closing of the automation gaps that you just mentioned, because they had a manual waiting process that assessed their batch. So Carmax is a producer of industrial bolts and screws that you use for the car. And after they produced the batch, they pushed a wagon on a scale, weighted the whole batch, put in the number manually into SAP ERP system, and then drove the batch with a forklift somewhere else. What we did with them, we implemented a system that counted all the bolts falling out of the machine on the fly, and then immediately reported this into AWS and back into their SAP ERP system. And by this simple automation, the customer saved around 2.5 to 3.5% operator time that they then assign to higher value added tasks like maintenance and like machine operation rather than counting batches. And this is what we see in 2022, that there's a variety of very simple to achieve use cases if you get to the data. And for this, we have this retrofitting solution that is rather independent of the type of machine or process, but just attach to some additional sensors and then connects them to AWS, to Azure, to on-premises in just a few clicks.
Mm-hmm. And from a system integrator view, what we experience lately, due to the crisis with energy, that energy consumption is very crucial today, and a lot of customers ask us, how can we use CloudRAIL also to improve that? And we come also often across that there are analytics projects, or customers want to do analytics projects with us. And then the goal they want to have, for example, reduced downtime, is not achievable because there is one sensor value missing. So this one sensor value decides between success or failure of a whole project. And there we also like very much this approach of CloudRAIL that you can very easily add one sensor, at 60 sensors, at thousands of sensors if you like, because the system is very, very scalable as well. So this is what we have prepared for you. When you have questions now or questions afterwards, we are happy to answer them. We are both in LinkedIn, so please connect with us and reach out. We're happy to help you. From the first idea to the sensor selection, to the integration, to the operation, and also to setting them up analytics projects based on the data we have generated together. Thank you for your participation. Have a nice rest of the week and a successful business year.
Thank you.